patient who had depression for a very long time. This is a patient who had been dealing with this for probably all the way into high school. And he was working in a sales job. And when he came to us, he even wasn't even sure whether he had depression. He had actually had a lot of anxiety that was kind of co-occurring with the depression. But in his case, he was really having a lot of trouble being able to function at work. He just couldn't really seem to get started on things. His motivation would often be low in the morning and then would kind of get better and then worse again towards the end of the day. And oftentimes he'd feel very exhausted at the end of the day. When he came home, he would just kind of want to be by himself, wouldn't want to necessarily interact as much with his family. And on the weekends, he just really would suffer a lot with getting started on things. So often he would sleep more, be significantly more withdrawn, have a lot of trouble making plans with people, sometimes cancel. So these are a lot of kind of the typical things that we will see with depression. So in his case, we were able to start him on a medication called Lexapro pretty quickly. So Lexapro is a great medication for some patients. It can help with both depression and anxiety. And by starting that right away, you notice within a week or two, anxiety was significantly better. His motivation had improved. He was able to follow through on things more, less worried about things, less focused. Things seemed a lot more effortless. In his own words, he describes kind of just being in a state of flow in life where he could go from one thing to the next. And another side benefit he noticed too was he just didn't have as much ruminations about things. When we say remission, the patient essentially has no symptoms of depression or they have very few. It wasn't that the medication necessarily took away the depression immediately, but he recalls that it just really made it a lot easier to not get stuck in things. He had a lot more, we could say, free will over his emotions. And then later on, after we saw him a month or two later, he was virtually in remission with depression.